back on one of our private properties to cut new tracks. And massive rainfall in the past week has left everything really greasy.
Jeez, putting the front brake on and it's just locking up in certain little clay sections. More vines. Scotty's having a lot of issues with jetting. So the 200's stalling a lot at the moment.
Under the leaves are hidden rocks and roots. On top of the leaves are frequent little logs and branches to take out the wheels.
Oh, bloody vines!
It's all good for traction practice, so let's talk about seat bouncing. In the vids, we talk a lot about weighting the rear wheel. This creates a bigger tyre patch for more traction, especially if you are running low air pressure. But in terrain like this, it's equally important to weight the rear wheel at key moments.
Get some run up. Check there's nothing that'll ruin traction. Oh, actually there's just plain mud that'll make the traction hard. So I'll get a little bit more run up. That should do it. Seat bounce. That's got it. Ah. Feet stuck. There we go. Okay. Got to get up this little rock here, so little seat bounce. Seat bounces work wonders. There's another one. Stuff where you would get stuck, it makes all the difference. Damn! You always get traction. You always get traction where I don't.
So you might weight the rear wheel quickly for traction, then deweight it over a slippery angled log. So the rear wheel can climb over and not get deflected. You can do this while standing on the foot pegs. We've covered this in a training vid. But you can also do it while sitting down.
Man, what an awesome track! So much fun. Really makes you work at momentum, seat bouncing, just going for traction. Awesome, guys. Such a cool track.
Oh man, this is unreal up here. It's like a paradise.
Scott has quite soft suspension on the KTM 200, so at times he'll even bounce 2 or 3 times just to get that extra bit of lift. But if your suspension damping is quite firm, then typically 1 bounce is all you need.
mind if I film him? I thought that was actually a tree, but it was only bark. See all this bark is hanging off the trees here.
It's interesting here to see that Andrew gets off the bike to push it across, when it looks as though a seat bounce would have worked.
Damn, I should have just gone straight across when I had the chance.
I go a bit further down and just seat bounce across.
Oh, Ben. Come on, mate. Do some Jarvis magic. Want to see something really special here. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Thanks, mate. $30 for that one. Only 30 Australian though. Now we're hot on the heels of the infamous Ben. He's got a long way to go before he's famous, but infamy, that's his bag, baby. Never been down this track. Ooh. Oh, he hasn't put a foot down yet. Oh no! Oh, is that a crash?
I haven't dropped it yet.
No, handlebars didn't touch. Something was dragging on the rear wheel then. It's really hard to know what's catching on the bike sometimes. The vines can then pull you off suddenly.
It all comes back to the importance of body positioning. If you just sit on your bike and rarely change body position or weight and deweight, then you are just a lump of dead meat the bike must carry around. But once you start weighting and deweighting, your sad excuse for a body actually becomes a dynamic part of getting traction.
This looks like some sort of old logging trail. It's very... oh, more stuff catching on the bike. This one's on the brake pedal now. Damn. I know you can get those little cables that latch onto your bike and the end of your levers to stop that sort of thing happening, but I don't know, just never bothered putting one on the beater, but it adds virtually nothing in weight and you can make them from home. Woohoo! Hill climb. Oh, come on! Jeez! It's a one-way track, mate! Mate!
One of the weird things about weighting and deweighting though, we have been doing it for a few years now. But sometimes in a tight spot, we still put a foot on the ground and instinctively deweight the rear wheel. It just spins. And of course, this is something beginners do all the time. When they are stuck and the rear wheel spins, they think they need to lighten the bike so it will go forward, when you actually need to do the opposite.
Where is the track?
Just here, I think.
I pointed this way, I'm thinking,
Oh, sorry. I was only waving you past. Don't backflip.
So, when we Muppets are struggling, sometimes we still revert to doing the wrong thing. At least the good news, it's easy to tell because the rear wheel is spinning. This is part of the magic of watching guys like Graham Jarvis. Even when in wet, moss-covered rocks, it's so rare to see him losing traction.
I just want to let you know, Jeffrey Rush, that this is inappropriate behaviour.
Me too! Me too!
So everything is still a perfect balancing act of throttle, clutch slipping, body positioning, line selection, and of course, weighting and deweighting at the precise moments. Yeah, so much to learn and only one life. Let's hope that reincarnation is real and we get a chance to come back and do some real kick-ass shit on high-tech electric dirt bikes. Amen.
Can't see where I'm going.